Welcome. This is Everything Lynn. I'm Lynn. If you are a returning sub, welcome back. And if you're new here, consider subscribing so you can join future chats. So, today we are discussing breakups and 3 tips that I have that I personally use to cope with them. Unfortunately, as an adult, I've gone through quite a bit of breakups myself. So, these are the tips of coping mechanisms that I've found that help me get right back on track and get back to life. So if you're going through a fresh breakup, these tips may help you. So if you like this topic, make sure you make that like button dance. It's the cutest little feature that I think YouTube added. Go ahead and try it and see. Anyway, let's get into the video. Alright, first tip. So you've just broken up. The first thing I'd say that you really need to do is to sit in the realization of it. Truly allow yourself the grace of a healing period or a mourning period. This has been a relationship. After all, you had high hopes for this person. You had dreams that you are now realizing may not come to fruition with this person. So there has to be a mourning period because essentially this person is no longer in your life, as though they were no longer living with us anyway. So that's why I use the term grieving and mourning. For whatever reason, you and this person have broken up. You really want to give yourself time to fully absorb the reasons and the events that have brought you to this place of no longer being together. You may have a knee-jerk reaction to blame everything on this person for the failing of the relationship, to go out and bash them to your friends on social media. Please don't do that. But you cannot, what you have to do at this time is allow yourself to think about what it is that even what you may have done to contribute to the end of this relationship. You really have to sit and think, were there things that I could have done differently? Were there ways that I could have spoken up for myself? Were there ways that I could have maybe not spoken so much and listened, made my other person feel heard? Were there things I could have done to show them that I cared? Were there things that they could have done that I asked for or maybe even didn't ask for? These are the things that you really want to sit and contemplate on, to allow for the growth. Every relationship is a time to teach you something and to help you grow further into what it is that you want to be or who it is that you want to be. So you have to give this the good amount of time, I'd say about a month, to really sit and contemplate the relationship that you've just ended and your place in it. This again allows for growth for your next relationship, for you to show up better and as a better person for your next one, if ever you wind up in another one. All right, so tip number 2. You want to reiterate the purpose of this breakup. As the breakup days go on, you may start thinking to yourself, well, great, this sucks. I would have much preferred to have been around this person at least than to continue to feel the sadness of this loss or feeling alone. Again, you must really sit and analyze what series of events brought you to this breakup. Whether it was infidelity, feeling unsure, unsafe. Did you guys even have the same life goals or the same goals for your life in mind that would help you to continue along the same path together? Or was it differing goals that had you splitting both ways? Were you always bumping heads? Were there constant arguments? Disagreements are pretty normal for relationships. We're not going to always agree on everything. But was there a healthy amount of disagreements, or was it just every little thing was a huge blow up? Was there love, compassion, passion? Was there respect? Did this relationship actually make you feel fulfilled? Or was it just a filler? Was this your best friend through and through? Or did you feel alone even when you were together? Again, you definitely want to sit down and reiterate why this breakup was the best possible choice for the both of you. So I take this time to really refocus and write down what it is that I really see for myself in my next relationship, what I see someone who I'd want to be with giving, and what I'd see myself being able to give to this person for it to be able to work. Take this time to truly think about what it is that you see for yourself so that you can manifest who it is that truly aligns with yourself and what it is that you want. If anything, it'll bring you that much closer on your next go around. All right, so tip number 3. If you are absolutely certain about this breakup, for example, you guys have gone through the ringer, you have broken up a couple of times. There were many, many breakups that led to the final big one. Tip number 3 is so important. Do not follow impulses to jump right back into a relationship with them. We are creatures of comfort. I understand this. Familiarity, even though it may be toxic, can lead you to feel more comfortable than to feel the stress and sadness of the loss of a relationship. Breakups suck. I know. And for some reason, when we get lonely or we start to think, maybe things weren't so bad back when I was with so-and-so. We start thinking, well, maybe we should have worked on it again. After all, relationships they require some hard work sometimes. And then we start to put on the rose-colored glasses and look through the lenses of a more subdued shade, when really there were glaring red flags, and we start looking at them as maybe light pink. This is a time when you may start excusing behavior from both of you, and this is just not the time to do it. Loneliness is not an excuse for going back to something that you would not normally accept for yourself, whether it be the disrespect or the fact that you two were fundamentally different people. The fact of the matter is you broke up, and whatever roads that brought you here, it was for a good reason. So to get you through this breakup, keep your head up, vent to your level-headed friends and family, but you gotta stick to your convictions, and you have to hold your standards. Use these 3 tips to stay the course. If you have to, rewatch it, and I promise you, it'll help you at least stay the course within your first week or so of breaking up. That you can really sit and allow yourself to think about the breakup and remember why you've broken up in the first place. What also personally helps for me is getting out there and working out, okay? Nothing like a good revenge bod to make you think like, okay, well, at least if nothing else, I'm prepared to get back out there and date again. To conclude, I am so sorry that you're going through this. Trust me, I know. It sucks. But go through it, we must. Write down your standards. I hope that you get everything that you're manifesting. I hope that you find the person that aligns with you better in your next relationship. Onward and upward, right? Take care of yourselves, all right? I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.